What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back, man. It's your boy, Funkadelic Jones, back in the building on the microphone, man. You guys are tuned into the Ghetto Wealthy podcast, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, man. We're gonna be posting on Facebook. You definitely guys can hear me on Spotify for podcasters. You got Apple Podcast. You got Apple Podcasts. I'm on iHeartRadio, Amazon. Boy, your man's out here doing big things out here, man. I know I've been gone for a while, and plus the fact that I just got back from New Orleans. You know what I mean? My birthday was a couple of days ago, so celebrate out there in New Orleans. We also just passed the first year anniversary of the Ghetto Wealthy podcast as well, so big ups on that move right there. But your boy is back. We about to be on the grind, man. We're gonna be bringing the topics heavy as usual, though. You feel what I'm saying? So I think first thing first, we need to go ahead and get down to business. This is a conversation that I kind of been rolling around. I've been driving around. I was thinking to myself. You got black people and you got the law. Now, most of us know the system, when it comes to black people in the system, we never had a fair shot. We never had a fair chance ever, right? But I said to myself, and I said, I might catch a lot of flack for saying this. Now, some people may agree with it, some people may not, but I feel like I'm going to speak on it anyway. Now, we all know black people are problems with the law. You know what I mean? You can look at it from all type of perspectives. Prime example, you know what I mean? NWA, fuck the police. Growing up in the hood, I can understand that song and I can relate to it because of the things that I've seen. See, I lived in neighborhoods where the cops is posted up everywhere. So you already know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't been back there in a minute, so the neighborhood may have changed a little bit. But this, if we rewind about 10, 11 years ago, we looking at 2008, 2009. It was crazy around there. Cops always be posted up, bottom of the hill, liquor store, and everything. But I can understand songs like NWA, F the Police. You know, you look at just go back in time and look at the history between black folks and the law. That stuff still goes on to this day. When we go to court, we don't have a fair chance. So, but not even before we get there, but since I touched on that, also want to touch on the opposite side of it as well. Not only are we getting not only are we not getting a fair chance, but as black folks, people, we be bringing the law to us. When are we going to start taking accountability and saying, you know what, some things need to change? Because as black folks, especially people that live in the hood, we blame the cops for everything. Oh man, the block is hot. Man, feds around here, 12 out here. Man, it's too hot out here. Why the feds always around here? When you grow up in the hood, you ask yourself this question. Why do you think the feds always sitting around the hood though? Why do you think they always sitting around there? I had to explain to somebody this, right? They didn't understand it. I used to do loss prevention. So mind you, we had like 9 stores in the district, right? 9 stores in our little district, whatever the case may be. Now, my supervisor at the time, and I'm sure her supervisor above her, they get the numbers every quarter, which is like 3 months. And it's a thing called shrink. Shrink basically breaks down theft in a store. So when that piece of paper hit their desk and they see like, okay, this store has a lot of shrink, this store has a lot of shrink, you gotta ask yourself, we use our resources wisely. Are you gonna put your loss prevention, your LPs, in the stores with the most shrink or the least shrink? You're gonna put loss prevention in stores where there's more theft. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little secret about loss prevention. Most theft and loss prevention don't come from people running out of stores with stuff. Most theft in retail comes within the store. I've seen it. I had to investigate it. That's another story for another day. But most of the theft is what? So you want to put your LPs where? In a store where there's a lot of theft or least theft? You're gonna put them in the stores where there's a lot of theft. So this goes to the same thing when it comes to the law, right? Every quarter, I guess that's how they break it down, every quarter or something like that. The police commissioner, the mayor, they get the numbers and they look at areas that have more crime and they have areas that have less crime. So you ask yourself, where are they going to put their officers at? In areas where there's more crime. Typically, most of the time, those areas are the hood, the low income areas, the projects. That's where most crime takes place. I'm not saying that white folks don't commit crimes, because white folks commit crimes. But you got to ask yourself this. How often do crime happen in white people's neighborhood? Once in a blue moon? Let me rephrase the question. When you turn on the news, when you turn on the news and you see the white neighborhood, is people getting killed 2 or 3 times a week in a white person's neighborhood? Are cars getting broken into? Like, are white people stealing each other's cars? Are white people robbing each other? You gotta ask yourself this question. Do those type of things happen in a white neighborhood? Not really. But when you turn on the news and you look at the black neighborhood, the hoods, the low income, the projects, people get robbed, people get killed, cars getting stolen. And see, the crazy part about it is this is not a once a month type of thing. You literally cars getting broken into every other day. Like, literally in a week, 5 cars are getting stolen. People getting killed 2 or 3 times. People getting killed every other day. Can you imagine that? So you turn around, somebody got killed on Monday, they turn around and get killed on Tuesday. And then somebody turn around and get killed on Saturday. Look at all that crime. People getting robbed walking down the street that they live on. But we be so quick to be like, the block is hot. Feds be around here. When are we gonna start taking accountability for us bringing the feds around in our neighborhoods? We bring the feds to us. When the police have roll call, do you think these police officers just voluntarily be like, I want to go work in the projects today? Who the hell wants to work in the projects? That's like me being loss prevention and say, I want to go work in the hood stores. I want to go do loss prevention in the hood store. Why the hell would I want to go work in the hood stores? I've seen a lot of entertaining things, but why would I go want to work over there? So that's like the same thing you say from an officer. Why would he want to go voluntarily go work in the projects? But we bring the cops to us. And then we get mad because the cops are sitting in our neighborhood. I'm trying to understand, make it make sense. You can't sit there and say, oh, the feds is out here, man. Feds always. Literally, If you ever go around a hood or even a low income or a hood area, every corner store, gas station, and shopping mall has a cop sitting there. I guarantee you when you go in a white people neighborhood, you don't see cops do that. You don't see cops be posted up everywhere. They probably got one cop that probably patrol and they go about their day. But when you go in the black people neighborhood, you go in the projects, the hood, the low income areas, it's a cop sitting on every corner. It's a cop sitting at every gas station. It's a cop sitting at every convenience store. Because why? It's always something going on. But guess what? Whose fault there's always something going on? Us, black people. We can't get mad at them. They doing what they supposed to do. But you know who's bringing them over here? You know who's making them sit in those convenience stores? You know who's making them sit in them shopping malls? You know who's making them sit at that gas station? Us. But we don't want to take no blame for that. We just quick to sit here and say, oh, the feds out here. The feds always out here, man. The neighborhood, the block getting hot, man. It's getting hot around there. I mean, who wants to wake up? And this is why I said we don't appreciate nothing. We don't appreciate nothing. We commit all these crimes, and then get mad when things happen. We destroy our whole neighborhood, then we wonder why the cops always be around there. I think I've said this once before, but can you imagine this? And again, this is why black neighborhoods, we don't get things. We don't get nice things. We get the bottom of the barrel. We get the scraps, because we don't appreciate nice. We don't appreciate nice things. You ever seen a Nordstrom's come to the hood? No. You ever seen you might get a Macy's, but how long did that last? Every neighborhood that I've seen, Macy's is gone out the hood. They left. They grocery stores, all that stuff. Them places are leaving. I literally seen the old neighborhood that I grew up in. They don't even have a grocery store. You know what they turned the grocery store to? A dollar store. So that means that whole entire area had to drive about 15 minutes out of their way to go to the grocery store. All because of what? Grocery store probably ain't making no money. People always probably stealing out there, John. And then you wonder why the feds always sitting in the goddamn parking lot. Because y'all just want to be riding with shopping carts y'all want to be running through the parking lot with a shopping cart full of stolen groceries. You go to a retail store. You wonder why these retail stores leave. And you wonder why the cops sitting there, because you got somebody running across the parking lot with a bag full of clothes, bag full of jackets. I've been in loss prevention for a long time. I've seen these things. People run out of stores with a whole bunch of coats running across the parking lot trying to catch the bus. But then again, you got a cop sitting right there, and you wonder why, because those type of things happen. We blame everybody but ourselves. We commit crimes in our neighborhood that brings the cops to us. We make the neighborhood hot. We make the block hot. We make that convenience store hot. People be out here trapping at the gas station. People are scared to, if you ever go into a low income area, the projects, the hood and stuff like that, there are certain gas stations that people won't even pump gas at. Because why? Somebody get robbed at the gas station, car gets stolen at the gas. They pumping gas, car gets stolen. They out there just pumping gas. They out here pumping gas because why? You got some cats out there trapping at the gas station. People can't even go into the store because you got about 5 dudes just posted up at the gas station. You don't know what's about to happen. You doing everyday normal Samaritan type of things like getting gas for your car. But no, you know what you gotta worry about? You gotta worry about 8 guys just sitting here and posted up. Y'all can judge me if y'all want to, but I say this. Anytime, I call it like it is. When I see nigga activity, I go the other way. I don't let my pride, I don't let my ego be like, man, I wish somebody would do something to me. If I see 5 dudes just posting up right there, especially going to somewhere like the gas station, I won't even go to that gas station. I would rather go down the street and be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and ride down the street to this next gas station. I pull up to a corner store and I see about 7 dudes post up on the glass. I be like, at this point, fam, I ain't even about to go up in there. If that 7-Eleven got 3 dudes outside, 3 or 4 guys, I'm like, that'd be the type of thing right there. That's how people get robbed. Because they be waiting for people as they come in and out the store. They see you going in the store. You came out the store with some bags. They assuming you got money. And then you wonder why that 7-Eleven always got a cop in the parking lot. Because why? Somebody got robbed. People get robbed. Literally right in the parking lot, people get robbed. We tear our own community up. All day long. When I say all day long, we tear our community up. Street by street, block by block. But what gets me is, and I need y'all to help me understand something. Y'all going hard for a street in a hood that don't. Y'all going hard for a street that don't even belong to you. You going hard for an area that don't even belong to you. If these white folks come in right now and take your whole neighborhood, what you gonna do? Do you got the money to buy? Do you got the money to stay in your to stay? Do you got your money? Do you have the money to stay there? Do you got the money to keep the neighborhood? No. So if they move in and they kick your ass out, then what? So you fighting for a neighborhood that don't even belong to you. You fighting for a street corner that don't even belong to you. I love where I grew up at. That made me who I am today. I wear it like a badge of honor. Because I'm proud of that, of where I came from, of what I've seen, the friends that I had around it, the things that we did. You know what I'm saying? We was doing entrepreneur stuff way before we was doing podcasting. But I would never sit there and say, yeah, this my hood, this my hood, this hood don't belong to you. This hood does not belong to you. You live around here, but this place don't belong to you. If they want to come in right now and sweep everybody up out of here, they can. That's what they plan on doing anyway. But back to my point about back to the black on black crime. We see it all, but then we get mad because the feds. Let me ask y'all this. Who the hell wants to wake up and see their cars on bricks? Who the hell wants to see their cars on bricks? Y'all done stole. Somebody wake up and can't even go to work because all 4 of their tires got stolen. What makes it worse is somebody getting ready to go to work, they go outside and their whole car is gone. Their whole car is gone. Who are we to blame? We gotta blame ourselves. And then you wonder why there be so many cops around the way. But see, we don't want to take accountability for that. We just want to be like, oh, the feds always out here, feds always out. You wonder why the feds always out here? You wonder why the cops always around the way? Start taking accountability for your actions, black people. You keep committing crimes, you bring more police presence. The less crimes you commit, you might start seeing less and less cops. But because there's crime nonstop, here comes more and more cops. You talking about literally. It gets to the point where not only is it at the gas station, convenience stores, the shopping centers, it's in apartment complexes. The apartment complex be having a cop sitting at the main gate. Certain neighborhoods be having a cop sitting on the corner, sitting by the stop sign, sitting by the intersection, wherever the cop posted up at. Because why? People can't walk down this block without getting robbed. You got an apartment complex. People can't get into their building because you got 3 or 4 dudes sitting in the staircase. You be like, fam, I live here. I don't want to see this. People got kids around there. They don't want their kids getting robbed. Their kids getting robbed trying to get into a building that they live in. And then you wonder why the cops always around there. But then when people start calling the cops, now you all of a sudden you a snitch. Something gotta give. So basically you saying is, oh, if you call the cops, you a snitch. But in the stupid world here, I'm supposed to keep letting crime happen. I'm supposed to keep letting this crime happen, but I'm not supposed to say nothing about it. So somebody shooting guns in the middle of the night, y'all there rolling dice and smoking weed, stuff like that. But hey, somebody, like I said, somebody gets shot in the apartment complex. We supposed to just roll over and go to sleep like ain't nothing happened. I wake up, my car gets stolen. And I'm supposed to do what? Sit there and be like, I'm about to find out who did this. I'm about to find out who did this. How do you know who did it? Like, what is getting solved? If you don't say nothing about it, then what is getting solved? I'm supposed to just go, so basically I'm supposed to go about my day without a car that I still have to pay for. Somebody's out here joyriding in a car that belongs to me, that I'm paying for. And I'm supposed to do what exactly? Oh, don't go to the feds because somebody stole my car. Do you know how dumb that sounds? So you're telling somebody do not go to the feds because somebody stole your car. Somebody stole your car. I used to do loss prevention. When I used to do loss prevention, I was a generous loss prevention officer. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Because one, I didn't want to see brothers go to court. I didn't want to see, first of all, I didn't feel like going to court. Because yes, when you do loss prevention, they make you go to court and testify about a whole bunch of stuff that's not even that serious. That's why I didn't take the job that serious. But I didn't want to see brothers getting locked up for stealing. You did the crime. You know what I mean? I didn't quote guys stealing $200 worth of stuff. All kinds of wild stuff. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget, like, I had a girl, 18. You know what I mean? 18 years old. Stole a fragrance. And I literally had my supervisor. I can't make this up. I literally had my supervisor say, "Oh, well, call it," because of the department store I was working for, they had a minimum of, once you still over there, they are liable to prosecute you. So I had this 18-year-old girl who went over that minimum off of one item. And my boss told me to prosecute her. My boss told me to call the cops on her. Now, stealing is stealing. But I'm not about to have this girl go through the process, especially you being 18, for you stealing. The fact that I caught you is enough for me. That basically shows you, like, hey, just know, you can come back in here, but I got your case on file now. So I know who you are. So if you repeat, I got you. I'm not the type of person that's be like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to court and testify, blah, blah, blah. It's not that deep. Because at the end of the day, you're going to court just for them to tell them to pay the stuff back and go about their day. So I let them go. Y'all might be like, oh, but you're I'm like, no, I caught you stealing. Why am I about to now again, if you got other priors, and that's why I didn't understand about doing loss prevention. I didn't understand about my boss either. They basically wanted me to call the cops, see if they got other priors. I'm gonna be real with you. Those other priors that's not my concern. Okay? What type of crimes you commit outside of this store is none of my business. I caught you stealing out of my store. Which means, give me my stuff back, sign this paper, go about your day. Whatever priors you got going on, that's you. Alright? But at the end of the day, we gotta stop killing each other. We gotta stop the crimes. Alright? We gotta stop the crimes. Because the crimes don't do nothing but bring the police. Y'all wanna stop seeing, like black people, y'all wanna stop seeing the police around the way? Stop killing each other. Stop committing crimes. Stop stealing each other's cars. Stop breaking into people's houses. When y'all stop doing that, I guarantee you start seeing less and less cops. And then on top of that, be consistent about it. If 3 months go by and there's let me get my words together. If 3 months go by and they consistently see crime drop, you're gonna start seeing less and less more cops. You have to be consistent though. Not crime stopped for a week. No, give them like 3 weeks, give them like 3 months, give them like 6 months. When they see that crime is dropping, 6 months go by and crime is dropping, they're gonna be like, okay, cool, we about to start pulling away some of these officers. But if there's crime every other goddamn day, in 3 months, it'd be 80 homicides. It'd be 4 burglaries, 35 carjackings. It's like, bro, like, goddamn, look at those numbers. Look how they sound. Nah, give like 6 months go, like let 6 months go by and it'd be like, okay, it was like 3 carjackings, you know. That's it. But that's my time, ladies and gents. It's your man Funky Doug Jones stepping out of here, man. I'm gone, man. Peace. I'm outie. Ooh.